We know who the best team in the SEC East is. That's Georgia, obviously. And we also know who the worst SEC East team is. That's Vanderbilt, obviously. But what about everybody in between? Two of those teams in the middle, Florida and South Carolina, meet Saturday in Columbia, and we've got the Gamecocks laying 2 points at home. Who covers the spread in this 3:30 Eastern Time kickoff? I've got the answer and am backed by some key trends. But first, let's talk about both teams. Florida improved to 4-0 in the Swamp this year with a convincing 38-14 win over Vanderbilt last Saturday, a much-needed result for the Gators after they were destroyed by Kentucky the previous week. Florida came into that game ranked number 22 in the country. Kentucky was unranked. Didn't matter. Florida got annihilated. Against Vandy, though, quarterback Graham Mertz completed 30 of his 36 pass attempts for 254 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Gators were dominating so thoroughly that Mertz didn't even have to finish the game. The final result was a major reversal from last year when Florida lost in Nashville for the first time since 1988, 31-24 as a 14-point favorite. But they reestablished their dominance, obviously, over Vandy on Saturday. And the defense really stepped up as well in that game, allowing just 64 rushing yards, a far cry again from what happened against Kentucky, where they gave up 329 on the ground. Florida also held the Commodores to 0 for 3 on 4th down, always a determining factor in a game. Here's the thing, though. Florida probably not as good as they looked against Vanderbilt, nor are they as bad as they looked against Kentucky. However, if I'm a Gators fan, my concern here is that Kentucky was the only road game so far on the schedule, and now your team's hitting the road again to face a rested South Carolina team who is coming off a bye. Wouldn't you know, the Gators are the only team in the SEC this year that will be facing 3 teams off a bye. South Carolina is the first. Then the next 2 games see Billy Napier's squad facing a rested Georgia and a rested Arkansas. Florida will also be off a bye, for the record, when it faces Georgia in the world's largest cocktail party. But back to this game. Home field advantage has mattered, as the visitor has dropped 6 of the previous 7 meetings between Florida and South Carolina. That includes Florida winning 38-6 in Gainesville last season, a game where the Gators were up 21-0 at home after the first quarter and eventually outgained the Gamecocks 5-15 to 237. 8 of South Carolina's 10 all-time wins against Florida have come here at home. The last time the Gators had to come to Columbia, that was 2021, 2 years ago. South Carolina prevailed 40-17 as a 20-point home underdog. As I said earlier, though, this time South Carolina will enter as a short favorite. They're a very impressive 10-1 straight up and 9-2 against the spread in the chalk roll under Shane Beamer. But Florida head coach Billy Napier is 17-6-1 against the spread as an underdog with 9 outright upsets. You may recall one of my 5% plays this year in college football was Florida at home against Tennessee, a game they won outright. Should be noted, though, other 2 times Florida's been a dog this year, they have lost and not covered. Conflicting trends, though, with South Carolina cleaning up in the chalk roll and Billy Napier, going back to his time at Louisiana, being an excellent underdog coach. So what do? Well, I'm going to lean on that trend that says home field advantage matters. Again, 6 of the last 7 times these teams have played, the home teams come out ahead. Plus, South Carolina, 12-4 straight up and 11-5 ATS its last 16 home games overall. And they're rested. The last 4 times coming off a bye, the Gamecocks are 3-1 straight up and against the spread. Do you agree with me that South Carolina's the right side in this one, or do you like the points with Florida? Either way, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. And while you're at it, feel free to smash that like button, give this video a thumbs up. Also, for everyone watching here today, got a great special offer for you. Get all of my plays for the next 30 days for just $229. That works out to just $7.40 per day, guys. As a reminder, I'm number 1 at Wager Talk with all 5% releases going back to last bowl season. That includes a phenomenal 77% record in football. It was just last Saturday. Cashed another 5% max bet on Arizona State +4, part of a winning Saturday overall. And October was a great month for me last year. I finished 87, 54-3 in all sports and up 75 units. That included a 16-4 finish to the MLB playoffs. This 30-day special I'm talking about right here will take you all the way through the World Series. Just be sure to use the code POWER30, that's POWER 30, at checkout when picking up that 30-day pass, and you'll get your discount. Now, if you're interested in more game previews and trends, be sure to check out this next video.